Are we accounting
It's the
for
lawn that is the killer. You know what I should be doing right now? I should be home mowing my grass. I should have done that yesterday. I should have done the day before. But there was always some pressing ministry thing that was actually a whole lot more fun. And I'd much rather be here talking to you than going home and slogging through this yard for 2.5 hours. 3, but because I got to take a shower and come back to something else. So that's the problem. There's always that having to come back to. You pulled up. You said, "What about this neighborhood right here behind the church?" And I said, "I'd love to live in the neighborhood right behind the church." All our colleagues. Oh, don't let me. I don't want to live in a manse. I'm not going to live in that parsonage right there. I say, please give me the house next to the church, so I can just between things go home. I've got a meeting tonight. Good. I'm just going to walk over there, do the meeting, and be back home. Not have to have all this drive time. Not the idea. Where's my stuff? Leave the stuff at church. Leave home at home.
So you love the idea of the parsonage, but how long did it take you to get to that point?
Oh, I'm kind of weird. I don't know.
You weren't always there.
I wasn't always there, probably. Yeah. When I lived in Columbia, I was pretty good about not creating a home office until the pandemic, and then I had to turn the guest room into the. Yeah, right. And I didn't create a home office. I'm just leave it all at church. I'm going to go to church and work there. I'll work late. You and I are the crazy. We'll work at the church office till 11 or 12 o'clock at night. Our mothers are fearful for us being in a big building like that, late at night.
The parking lot's too dark.
What are you doing there that late? I'm getting my work done, and when it's quiet and peaceful, I can do it. It's easier to do that for me than wrap it all up, take it home. When I get home, I'm not going to unpack it. I don't like my office in the basement. I'm not going to go down there and be creative. I'm going to go home and 10 o'clock at night watch TV. I'm not going to, read a book, do whatever, the laundry, and not work. So I don't know. I if I can leave everything at church and then just pop in and out to get it all done, that works for me.
But the idea of church members driving past your home.
Oh yeah, they'll always drive past.
The lawn.
I don't think they really care that much.
You don't think they care?
No, if you let things really go, that's one thing. But no, they're not. They don't really. If they even know where you live. Now, I understand if you live in the church's house next door, they're mowing the grass. Mm-hmm. That's their lawn. But even nearby, or I don't think they know where we live these days.
They're coming over for coffee every morning.
No, they won't.
I've heard stories. I've heard the stories.
Those are the old stories. Those stories don't live anymore. These people wouldn't come in for anything. They don't even know where you are. They'll be shocked. Oh, really? You live right there? They don't know.
I like it. I do like the idea of being able to go home for a quick lunch and pop back in. But there's so much beauty in being able to shut it off. Like the further you kind of get away. Yeah. I mean, I have a drive. Like it's a little bit less than 30 minutes.
12 minutes. 12 and a half minutes is a good check-in. That's not enough.
Not a drive. You don't have to, if you have to hit a big highway and you have to drive on that stretch for 20 or so minutes and you really have time to think about, I really need to learn social media better so that I can connect. You have time to really sit with
I don't want that much time to think about all those things because then I get home and I'm like, oh, why did I come home? I should have stayed there and kept working on all that stuff.
But then you really shut it off. So you pull in the driveway, you get to the garage, you're done, right? And there's the separation of all of these miles. And it's like, I could work, but I left all that stuff at the office.
Yep.
But
gotta be side by side.